I'm just treating the beautiful zombie to a hot pot meal. He actually brought thousands of zombie brothers to recognize me as his big brother. He even threatened to give birth to a zombie baby for me. Just because the area they live in is too barren. Can't even see a mouse. Catching a few FLIs can be considered a feast. But I have countless food. If you don't eat it yourself, leave it to him to eat, so he secretly vowed to repay me. It just so happened that he was out today. I accidentally saw the corpse king snakehead next door. I'm preparing to gather a wave of zombies to attack me. So I went all the way to my territory to announce the good news. But I don't want to be caught by my little brother. At this time, Xiao Hai quickly left the shadow state. Exposed body. My name is Haiying, you can just call me Xiao Hai. One of the backbone doctors asked. What are you doing here? I have something important to come to us. Boss Lin Dong just finished speaking. The crowd of corpses surrounding them automatically gave way to a path. I walked out of the building. What's the matter, bro? Today I found out, Tektronix delivers food to smuggler territory. Box after box is full of meat. Xiao Hai spoke in an exaggerated tone while drooling. Almost turning into a bunny. You calm down first. I curled my lips. Look at how hopeless he is. Yes, yes, Xiao Hai nodded repeatedly. I wiped my saliva and continued pouring. And Snake Boy's men are gathering. I'm definitely going to attack you. How dare you attack my boss? Tank was furious after hearing this. I feel like that little longworm really took the courage of an ambitious leopard. The ace army behind them also roared repeatedly. In their minds, I am Faith. I can't wait to rush over and tear all the Snake Boys into pieces right now. I then asked them what their lineup was. Snake Boy and his right-hand man Michelin and Spider-Woman. 30,000 zombies under his command. Among them, there must be 2,000 elites. In addition, the number of mutant hands raised is definitely quite large. That's quite a lot. I can understand the IQ of the tank. Although I am very strong on my side. But it is indeed inferior to the other party in terms of quantity, and the Snake Boy is colluding with Tektronix. Tektronix will definitely take action by then. They are not weak either. And Snake Boy has evolved to the point where he has the ability to awaken the Lion King. The fantasy space is full of weirdness. Extremely powerful. How powerful can a tank be if he looks unconvinced? Why are you bragging for him? I didn't brag because I've been beaten by him before. Tank looks straight. I was left speechless by Xiao Hai's sincerity. It seems like a really strong opponent. It's 2 levels higher than the last red-faced Lion King. Everyone is looking at me and waiting for my instructions. I pondered for a moment and will kill them tomorrow. All the good people roared and became excited. The ears at the corners of the small mouth revealed to sharp fangs. Secret Road is worthy of being the boss. Decisions never disappoint. Xiao Hai looked serious and full of fighting spirit. Feeling very emotional. My little brothers are much stronger than he imagined. Tomorrow will be a fierce battle. After making a decision, pay attention and disperse. After discussion, Xiao Hai also has 5,000 younger brothers and 1,000 elites. Then I will be timid. Snake Boy would never have imagined that we two would get together. I'll definitely give him a surprise then. However, besides joining forces with Xiao Hai, I also plan to hire some more foreign aid. So I went back to the room and sent a message to Cheng Nuoi. I have a big deal for you. Cheng Nuoi heard something good happened. Reply very quickly. What a good thing. You can go kill zombies tomorrow. But Cheng Nuoi didn't reply after a while. Because he is a bit fierce at this time. I can't figure it out in my heart. You call killing zombies a good thing? The most indispensable thing in the world today is zombies. It's not a rare creature. But I will continue to wait for tomorrow's hunt in the Lion King Snakehead. You can go to his territory to find supplies. Cheng Roy knows that. A Lion King does have a lot of supplies in his territory. Once a team discovered many sealed crops. As a result, they were killed by the smugglers before they could be shipped back. So far, no one has gone to pick it up. Crop seeds for humans. Definitely a scarce resource. He promised to give a brief explanation of his own grave. The two settled the matter. The streets were littered the next day, with me as the leader and 3 kings standing behind me. After all, everyone has lost the tide. A dense queue of hundreds of meters long. We have reached the edge of the territory at this time. Not far ahead is Snake Boy's conclusion. Just wait for my order. All the teachers will rush to Snake Boy's lair. But I told you not to move here until. I'll go to the front and take a look first. Then he went into hiding to explore the way. Besides, Cheng Nuoi hasn't come yet and I don't know where he is. I must lead him to do something good. He took out his cell phone and started sending text messages to Cheng Nuoi. We agreed to meet at the farmer's market. Cheng Nuo slashed to death with a knife and lost the paper. After reading the message, put the phone in your pocket. There are more than 10 people around him, including his partner Sun Zhao Kaiyan. Also, last time Chen Ming and others. They are responsible for transporting supplies. There is a farmer's market next to the street. At this time, the rolling shutter door was half open and stained with blood. Because the rolling shutter door is rusty. As soon as Cheng Nuo stepped forward, he held a knife in both hands and swung it. Just listen to a swish sound. Cut the rolling shutter door in half like cutting tofu. Cheng Nuoi is the awakener number 1. The weapon in hand is specially made. This is a beheading knife. Both the blade and the handle are very long. Already almost as tall as him. Moreover, there is a thunder crystal core inlaid on the handle of the knife, flickering with electric light. When fully activated, the electric light will cover the blade. This is a newly developed technology in the shelter. Crystal nuclear weapons look very cool. Who can resist a knife that lights up? Cheng Nuoi carried the long knife on his shoulder, walked straight into the farmer's market. It's dim inside. There are faint roars of zombies in some dark corners. Behind me, Chen Ming touched his backpack and threw a bomb. This bomb is also specially made. There is a red light flashing on it. After falling to the ground and rolling twice, it also made a beeping sound. The sound instantly attracted a crowd of zombies running towards them. Throwing at the bomb. The final sound exploded the zombies. Hey, he got it done. Chen Ming is very proud. As shelters develop, many weapons against zombies have been developed. Very practical. Then everyone walked towards the warehouse where the seeds were stored. Soon I came to a room. There are big boxes stacked in front of you. Developed. Let me see if there are any surprises in there. A light-faced excitement. Monkey is anxious. He grabbed the bag with both hands and suddenly drew blood. But there is no treasure in the box, but a pair of golden eyes. There is a big snake entangled in it. The young man wanted to hide, but it was too late. The snake suddenly sprang out and bit the young man's neck. Make him cry uncontrollably. Cheng Nuoi has quick eyes and quick hands. Swinging the long knife on his shoulder, he went straight to chop off his tongue. The sharp blade is extremely precise, almost scratching against the young man's skin. Shave all his hair off. The ferocious snake was also washed away by the eagle's roar. The young man held his neck and took a few steps back. When I took my hand off, I saw it was covered in black blood. This snake is poisonous. The search team was wiped out last time. Of course there is danger here. Be careful, everyone. Chen Ming quickly reminded. The words just fell. The sound of "oh" came from the whole warehouse. Countless long black snakes crawled out from the gaps in the box. Surround everyone in the middle. Kill. I saw a few snakes twisting and crawling towards you, and I swung my sword to kill them. The other people also clenched their weapons. Fight with the snakes. But at this moment, there were also bursts of squirming sounds above everyone's heads. Chen Ming raised his head. When I saw it, I was immediately horrified, because there are more snakes hanging on the rafters. At this time, attacks were launched one after another, like a rain of snakes falling down. Cheng Luoi's long knife was so swung that sparks appeared. Simply cannot stop. Snakes quickly pile up layer after layer. But the snakes seem endless. Still falling. People's physical strength is exhausted rapidly. They can kill hundreds of snakes. But if you make one mistake, you will be in trouble. Just when a few people were desperate, their thoughts suddenly broke out. Those pythons suddenly swayed as if they were immobilized. Then it exploded one after another with bang bang bang. Broken meat flying around. In just a few breaths. Originally thousands of snakes. Almost all were slaughtered. What's going on? Chen Ming and others looked surprised. Just when they were confused, I appeared in front of them dressed in white. Now my loss of desire is huge. Covers almost the entire warehouse. So it can suppress the snake group instantly. Sun Zhaokaiyang was overjoyed when he saw me. Lindong, come and help us. Yes, Lindong nodded. Only then did everyone react. Turns out it's the key to friendly forces, and they're so powerful. I suddenly breathed a sigh of relief. Cheng Yuo looked at me with big eyes. Suddenly I remembered something. Where did you find the black-hearted list you gave me last time? An underground mall. I then said. But his eyes were fixed on the long knife in Cheng Yuo's hand. It feels very cool. While the rest of the group began to look around at the boxes. It was found that most of them had been destroyed by pythons. But there are still some seeds in some boxes. It's pretty well preserved. It should be possible to plant it. People are happy. But because they made a lot of noise. Already alarmed Snake Boy and other zombies. Boss, someone is coming to our territory. Right at the farmer's market, a zombie reported. The human snake raised his eyebrows. Turning around and looking at the tens of thousands behind him, he is gathering his men in the tide of corpses. Planning to attack the building. I did not expect there are actually humans appearing on this bone, said I. The corners of the snake's mouth turned up to reveal a cruel smile. It's like giving yourself food and grass. When zombies have just eaten their flesh and blood. Cells are most active and their combat power is at its peak. Deal with those humans first. It's a good idea anyway. Follow his orders. The zombie tidal wave begins to move. Huge momentum. But we don't know anything about it. After rest, Chen Ming and others walked out of the farmer's market carrying supplies. Brothers, work harder. Half of our plan is completed. Bringing so many seeds back to the shelter. There will definitely be a reward. Chen Ming encouraged. The young man bitten by the snake nodded. The steps can't help but quicken. He really doesn't want to stay in this damn place for a moment. You stop and suddenly my voice sounds. There is something in front of you. Young people don't know everything. Look forward carefully. Found in sunlight. There's a thin line lying in front of me. That's a spider silk. Although it's thin, it's extremely tough. If you don't pay attention and walk over, your hands will be separated. And Sun Yaheng was horrified to discover that this deadly spider thread, already less than 5 miles away. As the sight gradually gets further away, found more than one spider thread. Instead, they are scattered across the street. How so? Several people shouted in their hearts. It turned out to be a wave of 5-star corpses.